Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. Rabbi srahli sadari wa yassirli amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Respected elders and beloved brothers and sisters in Indonesian Muslim community in Calgary, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Brother and sister in Islam, is evil eye truth or is a superstition? Do we believe in evil eye as a Muslim? Well, there is a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari where Prophet Muhammad SAW is reported to have said that evil eye is true. And I think the most, if not the second most recited verses in the Quran, after Al-Fatihah, of course. Yeah, so of course the first one probably the Qul Huwallahu Ahad. The second one probably Qul A'udzu Birabbil Falaq. Yeah. And at the end of that, toward the end, yeah, you will see in the verses of that surah, Qul A'udzu Birabbil Falaq. Toward the end, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says, "Min syarri hasidin idza hasad." Yeah, that we seek protection from the envier when they envy. And evil eye, the source of evil eye is, or the underlining of the evil eye is envy. Yeah. And it doesn't have to, I point to my eyes, but it's not necessarily by eyes, right? Sometimes we hear something and that envy comes. Yeah. But let's focus on this evil eye. It is true. Yeah. So it is something that Islam recognizes. Yeah, and there is a wisdom to it. We will see in the verses of Surah Yusuf that we will read later, inshallah. The second point that we can take from the verses that we will read today, inshallah, is related to tawakkul. Yeah, Prophet Yaqub show us what tawakkul really means, or how do we need to embody tawakkul in our deed or in our action, inshallah. All right. Before we start, let's go through the verses together, inshallah. So, inshallah, today we will cover verses number 67 and 68, inshallah. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وقال يا بني لا تدخلوا من باب واحد وادخلوا من أبواب متفرقة وما أغني عنكم من الله من شيء إن الحكم إلا لله عليه توكلت وعليه فليتوكل المتوكلين ولما دخلوا من حيث أمرهم أبوهم ما كان يغني عنهم من الله من شيء إلا حاجة في نفس يعقوب قضاها إلا حاجة في نفس يعقوب قضاها وإنه لذو علم لما علمناه ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون صدق الله العظيم. So here in verses number 67, you will see that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala said that in this case Yaqub, yeah, instructed his son, yeah, "Oh my son, do not enter the city all through one gate." Yeah, you remember how many is this? How many are this son now? Are his son now? There are 11 now. Yeah, the 10 and then plus Benjamin, so there are 11. So Yaqub asked them, don't enter the city, Egypt, yeah, the gate of the city. In the past, every city will have gates, yeah. Don't enter through one gate, but through separate gates. Yeah, so This is it, right? Related to the evil eye. So, brother and sister in Islam, there are 11 of them, and they are foreigner. They are Bani Israel. Yeah, Prophet Yaqub is the name. The other name of Prophet Yaqub is Israel. They are Bani Israel, the new tribe, right? Okay, they speak the Hebrew, right? And they were said to be handsome, strong as well. Yeah, entering the city. Imagine if they all entered all in one shot from one gate, right? There may be suspicion against them, right? So Prophet Yaqub, right? First of all, he knows that Benjamin is with them now, right? His beloved son, Benjamin, after Prophet Yusuf. Yeah, Benjamin is his beloved son. So he said, spread out, right? So this is again, yeah, to avoid evil eye, but also he's teaching us tawakkul, right? Don't just rely whatever happened. No, make a plan. Yeah, make sure that you try to avoid things that may go wrong. Okay. Let's go back to the ayah. All right, so I cannot help you again what is destined by Allah in the list. So despite all the effort, despite his instruction, he also said that I cannot help you against what is destined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah. So okay, do this, go enter the city from different gates, but if Allah wish that something bad happen to you, it will happen to you. I cannot protect you. But nonetheless, do what I ask you to do. Okay? It says, it continue, it is only Allah who decides. In him I put my trust, and in him let the faithful put their trust. So he's teaching us tawakkul. Yeah? Tawakkul is not just letting things go as it may. Right? Do your best. Do your part. Use the sabab. Use the means, and rely the result, or rely on Allah for the result. We do our best, but rely on Allah for the result. Okay? All right. So, the second ayah that we read today, inshallah. So you can see here, they finally entered Egypt from different gates, right? And then it was not mentioned here because that's not important or can be derived by reading these verses. Yeah, you can see here. Then when they entered, as their father had instructed them, they did not help. They did not help against the will of Allah whatsoever. Yeah, this did not help against the will of Allah whatsoever. So they were safe. Yeah, but whatever they did, this did not help against the will of Allah whatsoever. This is what Allah mentioned. So Allah confirmed what Prophet Yaqub mentioned. Yeah, so Allah confirmed. Okay, they were safe. But they were saved not because I was trying to mention the final one, they are saved is not because they enter from different gates. It's because Allah destined them to be safe, right? So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says here, right, that they did not help them against the will of Allah whatsoever. Yeah, it was just a desire in Jacob's heart, which he satisfied. Yeah, he here referred to Allah according to Mufassirun. So it was just desire of Yaqub. Yeah, it's an effort that Yaqub, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled. Yeah, so the wish of Prophet Yaqub to have his son safe, Allah fulfilled it. Yeah, or in line with what Allah wished to happen as well. That's probably the better say to say it. Yeah, he was truly blessed with great knowledge. In this case, Prophet Yaqub blessed with great knowledge because what we had taught him. Yeah, so we had taught him. Allah taught Prophet Yaqub. Yeah, but most people have no knowledge. Yeah, so we know here, majority of us, we don't have that wisdom, they don't have that knowledge and wisdom of Prophet Yaqub. Yeah, but here Prophet Yaqub, you can see, right? He has a knowledge from Allah. And also Prophet Yusuf, his son, right, had a knowledge given from Allah, gifted to know what's going to happen in the future, right? He gave the knowledge. He also understands what it means, because sometimes you get the knowledge, but you don't understand. Yeah, you don't understand how to use it. right? How to apply it, you don't know. You have the knowledge, but you don't know how to apply it. Sometimes it happens, yeah. But Prophet Yaqub alaihissalam, know the knowledge and also know how to apply it. And the third step, he applied. Sometimes people have the knowledge, know how to apply it, but they didn't do anything. Prophet Yaqub here, know the knowledge, know how to use it, and he applied. In particular, he knows, despite, he said, right, despite all the effort that he asked, right, he want to protect his son, his beloved son, Benjamin. First, if you remember our lesson last week, he didn't want to give it, to go to Egypt, to it with his brother. That's the first one. No. Then the brothers come back. Look, this nice minister from Egypt gave us all the money back, or all our merchandise back. He's a nice guy, trust him. So, okay, Prophet Yaqub felt, okay, I'm gonna give, but you need to give me your oath by Allah's name. Because they know that this is the son of the prophet, yeah? All these brothers of Yusuf, right? They will not do anything bad if they pledge in the name of Allah. So, okay, I give you, but you pledge solemnly in the name of Allah. They did that. Okay, now I give Benjamin to you so that you can go with him to Egypt, but do not enter from one gate, right? So many things step by step, but at the end he said that, but if Allah will something bad to happen, I cannot protect you. It's the will of Allah. So that's Prophet Yaqub teaching us what tawakal means. And earlier we said about evil eye. Yeah, evil eye is real in Islam. Yeah, it's real. Prophet Muhammad SAW warned us, evil eyes is real. That's in Hadith Al-Bukhari. And then in Surah Al-Falaq, we said, وَمِنْ شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدٍ. There is something in the evil eye of the envier. Right? So, it's real. But there is a wisdom to it. In it, yeah, there is a wisdom. What's the wisdom? The wisdom is that, then don't boast. Right? If you get some blessing, low profile. Right? Nowadays, it's very difficult. You get a blessing, you post in Facebook, you post in Instagram, right? Well, maybe you have a good son, good daughter. You show they did well in the school. You put it and post in the Facebook. Well, that's fine, okay. But be careful, because maybe someone else, they just had a bad day with their kids or whatever, right? We don't know. They may have an evil eye. They may have bad thought. And this happened. There are a lot of riwayat in Islam about this evil eye. So it's better to be careful, right? It's better to be careful because evil eyes is real. And we don't want, envy is sin in Islam. Envy, although it's just in heart, is sin in Islam, right? We talked about this in the previous ayah of Surah Yusuf, right? It's sin, and we don't want to be part of something that make people envy. We don't want to be part of that, right? We don't want to be the object of the envy. We don't want to be part of making people sinning, making people envy in this case. So may Allah protect us from evil eye. May Allah give us a blessing in all our deed and all of things that Allah bless us with. And hopefully, inshallah, we can also inculcate the tawakkul, the trust, the reliance on Allah. May Allah bless us. May Allah protect us. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.